Chris Baginski and Neitring asked me the same question, which are shop infrastructure plans. What is the next shop infrastructure plan? And do you have shop infrastructure plans for the cave in 2026? Yes, I do. The first shop infrastructure plan is to finally deal with the organizational strategy of my Sortimo cases here, of which there are now something like 70. And there's even some empty ones that need to get filled. Leather tools are going to get their own Sortimo. Yeah, it's going to be a whole new day. But specifically, a key aspect of the Sortimos that I implemented when I first put them up like 10 years ago was that I built a cross-referenced list of everything that's in all of them. And the fact is now I kind of know where everything is. I kind of have a mental picture of everything that's in every one of these drawers. But let me go back to tell you about how that list got made, because it's really neat. Every one of these drawers, I'm just going to grab one. Every one of these drawers, like this one for grommets and eyelets, has a host of different objects in it, right? So there's some hammer rivets, there's some eyelets, there's some grommets, and this only has 3 different categories. Some of them have 10, 12, 13 different categories. So the way I let myself know what's in each one of these is specifically, I open up each one and take a picture of it. Each picture is numbered with the number of the drawer that it refers to. And then I sit there with a folder full of all the pictures. And I did this 3 times in the old days with this unit, once about every 2 or 3 years. And I make this list in Excel. And it goes by number of cabinets. So, you know, there's a set of categories. Cabinet number 1 is rivets. It's copper rivets, it's long rivets, it's not pop rivets. So I will make this list, rivets, pop rivets, and which bin it goes into. That one's pop rivets is bin 3. And then once I'm all done, I reorganize it alphabetically, which jumbles up all the boxes, and I end up with a list like this, which is all the different objects and which drawer they go into, where you would find them. And yeah, this one got oversprayed by some primer. And yeah, I also try and do double entries for anything that's like rubber corks, also gets sorted under corks rubber, so you can find it under R or C. It's deeply satisfying to print this out, put it on a piece of wood and put it up so that anybody who's thinking about anything they might find in these can. I will film that when I do it. I love the process. I just haven't gotten around to it. I have also recently added 7 blast gates for my dust retrieval in the cave. I didn't even do it on camera. I just was frustrated and I took care of it, but I'm using these $10 pull in and out blast gates, and I would love an automated form. I'm angry about the price most people charge for automated dust blast gates for dust retrieval. So I want to solve this problem. We'll see if I get around to it. Right now it's being solved by me just opening the blast gate at every tool that I'm using, but I'd love it to be tool specific. Whatever tool I turn on, boom, that blast gate opens, dust retrieval works, and then I can shut it down and work on the next one. That would be the goal. But dude, everyone that makes anything in this space wants to charge like $400 to $800 per blast gate. And that I can't abide that price. I'm not saying it's a totally unreasonable price. If I was paying someone to do this for me, that would not be an unreasonable bid. But I just don't want to do it. Okay. Home Chicken says, any advice on self-motivation? I work a technical day job, but I'm a maker and a problem solver at heart. I have a shop I recently built that is full of all the interesting things I've collected over the years and projects to work on, but after a long day at work, I often just don't get up and go out to work on things, even though it's my happy place. Yeah, I really feel you. Finding the balance between your life and your work is really difficult. When my boys were first born in 1999, the split their mom and I had about childcare was that I took care of them from the minute I got home until like 6 a.m. That was, so when I got home from work at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, I was working at Industrial Light and Magic at that point. I would get home and then I would take over the feeding, the caring, the putting to bed, let their mom get some rest, you know, with the infants crying. I'd often drive around San Francisco late at night just so the kids could sleep in the back seat. I took them out to dinner to restaurants, to infants in car carriers on either side of me at the restaurant. But it was very specifically like up till 6 a.m. And then, you know, ILM was flex work. So normally I think the day started around 8:30, but like if you had a doctor's appointment at 3, you could come in at 7 and book out at 2:30 if you wanted to. Like they were very reasonable about making, you know, you were on your own to make up the hours and to make sure you were working the hours that you said you were. It worked on the trust system and it worked just fine. But because there was flex hours, when I woke up early for that first feeding around 6 a.m., I would book off to work maybe an hour before work started just to get my yayas on with personal projects before work started. And that was really an important hour for me back then. What I'll say unto you is that home chicken. What I'll say unto you is that the work is self-generating. So if you can break through the inertia, and maybe it's first thing in the morning, maybe it's on a weekend, maybe, I don't know, maybe you go to bed super early and set an alarm for like 6 a.m. But if you can break through the inertia of not getting into the shop, it will help you break through it next time. It is like a muscle to build. And this is what I have to say about all these aspects on self-motivation. And there's some other questions about like the shop being a mess and feeling debilitated by that. And yesterday I finished a build and the shop was a real shit fight. It was a dog's breakfast, as Australians would say. And I was like super happy with the build, but I was tired and I just left. And this morning, it took about 45 minutes to put everything away. And more lately, interesting, more and more in the last few months, I've been doing more cleaning up at the end of the day, even though I really never want to put stuff away at the end of the day. I want to like finish my build and get the hell out. But lately I've been pushing myself to do more cleaning at the end of the day because walking into a clean shop is such a deeply pleasurable experience. Each of those mitigating strategies for the inertia of not going into the shop, they are like muscles you build. Just find one intersection and keep on like pushing on it. At the peak of making the show, I got into this space maybe 3 to 5 hours per month. Seriously, per month. So I understand what it's like for the shop to feel both like a scarcity model and you can never get there. That's tough, that's tricky. And drawing and list making help me when I can't get in here. Do you make Christmas presents for your family? Yeah, we now do Secret Santa among our immediate family. And we've been doing it for 3 years and it's working out really well. And my Secret Santa this year is getting a present that I will make this week. I've got some pieces for it. I have specced the wood for this present and I'm excited to make it for this person who has this will be an addition for their house. I love making presents for my family. I love getting made presents for my family. My wife and I make stuff for each other. Yeah, There's something really beautiful in making something for somebody. There's something really in particular beautiful about making something that they will use. I have a really good friend who has sent me a couple of cutting boards that he has made over the years. And like, they are in regular rotation, man. And like, you pull out a cut, yeah, there's not enough cutting boards in the world. So yeah, totally make Christmas presents for the family. Jordan Freeman wants to know, since it's the holidays, do I have a preferred Christmas movie? Mine's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Mine's a bit of a cheat. It's a Shane Black movie, and all Shane Black movies are Christmas movies. Yeah, Iron Man 2. Almost all of Shane Black's movies are Christmas movies. This one is barely a Christmas movie because it's only Christmas in the beginning of the movie, but it's The Long Kiss Goodnight. And if you don't know about The Long Kiss Goodnight, you're welcome. Watch it this weekend. Gina Davis, David Morse, Samuel Jackson, Brian Cox, Melinda Kanakarides makes a small appearance. It is such a good movie. It is so much fun. It's Rennie Harlan directed it, and it's a masterpiece. I've watched it 12, 15 times if I've watched it once, and it opens at Christmas. Literally, the first word is Christmas. Thank you for watching. I wanted to talk to you about Tested membership. The Tested members are a key community that we find really, really remarkable. That's very separate from Tested and from YouTube. The Tested members, they buy each other memberships during our live streams. So if you're wondering whether to become a member, watch one of our live streams and someone may just give you one. It is hard to overestimate how much the Tested members actually make possible on this channel. They give us a lot of wiggle room. They give us a huge amount of feedback.
That's a member right now.
Thank you so much for enjoying your membership. Description for everything you need to know. And for all the members out there, thank you, thank you, thank you.